For a while now, I have liked and wanted and enjoyed the idea of a motorcycle. Okay, I just think they're cool, and I know what some people might say, they're death traps, yada yada yada, all that stuff. I get it. Everyone who rides them, they get it. We all get it. That's not why you ride it. But there's always one thing that was stopping me from wanting a motorcycle. And the one thing is something that motorcycle enthusiasts will probably think I'm silly for, but that is the aspect of shifting gears. Essentially a manual transmission, right? That's what motorcycles are. They're manual transmission. Meaning you have to use a clutch, you have to shift, just like you would in a manual automobile, right? Well, ever since I was young, the idea of a manual car didn't interest me either. Like, if that was my mode of driving, sure, if that was the only mode of driving, then yes, I would have learned. But because I didn't have to, I didn't want to, right? And over the years, I've learned that they were making automatic motorcycles, and what better time than to join in the hobby than now when that's pretty much like the thing. Like, automatic motorcycles are becoming a thing, electric motorcycles are becoming a thing. They're probably safer. I know they're safer, obviously, because you can't stall and stuff like that. Sure, they may not be as fun to the enthusiast, but at the end of the day, this is a mode of transportation, right? It is a toy, I guess, in a sense, to have fun, but truly it's a mode of transportation, and you're also driving on the road with other cars, massive trucks, things like this. You want something that's safe. At the end of the day, you want something that's safe. You don't want something that can just stall and end up getting you hurt. Now, I understand people have been riding motorcycles for a long time, so the aspect of stalling and getting hurt, it's not really that big of an issue. But this is just the progression of technology, and this is what happens when we advance things. We start with one thing, what it was from the base, a manual transmission, and as time goes on, we're seeing that automatic transmissions are getting better. I don't want to say there's one better or worse mode. It's what you choose to enjoy. If you want the manual, you can still get it. If you want the automatic, well, soon, hopefully there'll be more options, but right now, there's kind of limited. Anyways, to all preface this, without going on too much of a tangent, I am looking in the market for a motorcycle that's automatic. And I have some that I've kind of already done research on. But what I want to do is hopefully I get some new people to this channel, some bikers, I guess I could say, that have ridden. And, I kind of want to build within this community because I'm hoping to join the motorcycle community one day. So, if you guys have tips, whether it be from gear or, I would love some gear tips, like maybe some good jackets, some recommendations, things like that. Not necessarily tips, but recommendations. I'm the type of person that I'm going to be wearing full gear. There's no reason for me not to wear full gear. I understand some people like making fashion statements. That's not what I'm trying to do when I'm on a motorcycle. It's already dangerous enough, so I'm the type of person that gives myself more protection, I guess. So I want to be suited up. So if you got those recommendations, put them in the comments. Anyways, to get moving here, a few of the bikes that I've looked at, and truly the one. So I'll show the other two that I've been looking at, but then I'll show the one that I really want and that I'm kind of leaning towards. So, at least right now, in the market as we are standing right now, because there's only so many that are automatic. So, I do like the Africa Twin. There's a DCT model, which is the fully automatic version. It's more of a adventure bike, right? It's a street bike as well, but it's meant to go on trails. You want to take these bikes off trails, which I imagine would be awesome. Where I live, that's not necessarily a possibility. I could drive somewhere to take trails, but that's not something I'm even thinking about right now. So, although it's cool and I like it, it's kind of out of the question. The other one that's automatic is the NC750X, which I think is cool as well, and I've done the research, and I like the cargo space and stuff like that. And just to preface again, I haven't gone and sat on any of these. I'm going to soon, and I'm also going to make a video about that. But I just want to make just a general video of the bikes that I've been looking at, and hopefully get the ball rolling to get new people in here, to get the motorcycle community in here, because my channel is a bit of everything, right? And that's okay, because that's how I am. I'm a bit of everything. I like a lot of different things. I'm not just one thing. So anyways, like, yeah. So hopefully people will come in. You can leave some comments. And then the third one, that's an actual motorcycle. Obviously, yeah, people have the Navi, but I don't necessarily want that. It's a little too small. Apologize for my dog barking. And also, people would say, oh, there's tons of great sport bikes you can get. Not interested in that style of bike at all. So even if there's an automatic version, I don't necessarily care, because I don't want a crotch rocket, as they're so called. It's not that they're not cool. I think they're awesome looking. They're actually beautiful bikes. A lot of them super clean. Just not my style of riding. And, that's totally fine. For me, my style is more right here in the Rebels and in these cruiser bikes. And for my research, I've been looking into the Rebel 1100, the DCT model, which is the fully automatic. And I know, again, as a beginner, some people might say an 1100 is too big of an engine to start out with. And I would agree if it wasn't for the automatic transmission and the safety mechanisms that are built into the modern day bikes now. And I also would agree that it's too much of an engine if it was in one of those sport bikes. Because those sport bikes, even in a 400, go insanely fast. And because they're so light, they're able just to zoom, right? And they get out from under you. A bike like this, where it's a little more heavy set, you're sitting on, it's low to the ground. Like, I'd be able to plant my feet from the dimensions and the specifications of what it says and watching videos. I'd be able to flat foot this, which would mean handling it would be really easy, and maintaining control of it would be easy. Now, of course, the engine, I guess, could essentially always get out from under you if you're not smart, right? If you end up whiskey throttling or you just holding on to it, that could be an issue. But that can be an issue on any motorcycle. So for me, I like the aspects of, I think there's like a rain mode, there's a just normal mode, and then the sport mode. So I can see this bike, and I can see myself growing with this bike. And also a big thing for me is I don't want to have to buy a bike that's quote unquote a starter bike and then work my way up to, okay, here's my medium, amateur bike. And then now I've finally moved up to like the bad boy, the one that I'm going to keep. Because if you understand how money works, that's 3 bikes. And sure, I could find a very cheap early bike, but then as it progresses, I'm just going to be spending more and more money, which to me is not a smart investment. I'd rather invest in something that is long-term, that I'm going to have for a long time. Hence why I've been looking at Hondas, because Hondas generally last forever. There's parts everywhere. They're super easy to maintain. All this and that people say about Hondas. It's just one of those manufacturers that is just easy to do everything with. And in a sense, reliable as well. And I don't have to worry about buying multiple bikes, because this bike can grow with me. I can put it on the lowest setting, which limits the throttle and how quick it responds. So I can ease into learning how the bike works. And then I can also increase that over time to eventually have the bike open up to its full capacity, capabilities, and now have a bike that's fully fledged, but now I'm like more of a seasoned rider, I guess, at that point. And I can keep riding it because it's a decent sized engine. It's a really good sized engine. So I'm not worrying about, it's not going to be able to go fast enough. All those things that people worry about. But I'm going to be honest, I don't care about that. I'm not getting a motorcycle to go fast. And I know people might say that's kind of redundant, or not redundant, but that's defeats the purpose of a motorcycle, because everyone who gets a motorcycle wants to go fast. For me, I just want to cruise. It gives me the aspect, the same type of feeling as riding a bicycle. And I've ridden bicycles, electric scooters, electric bikes. Like, I like that feeling of like the wind in your air, the openness, all that. I don't need to go 150 miles per hour. That doesn't entice me. I don't, none of that. I don't find enjoyment out of any of that. I just want something where I can be safe and cruise and just have a nice, relaxed type of ride. And so that's why I like this Rebel 1100. Now, I have heard that they're going to slowly start releasing, I think it's the E-Clutch, and then more DCT like models from Honda, and then I know Yamaha, and a bunch of all the other companies are going to eventually jump on it as well. But for right now, this is the bike that's pretty much calling to me. And so, again, I'm going to go in person and look at all these in person and make a video about it, like a vlog, I guess, in person. Look on them, sit on them, touch them, feel them, do all that type of stuff. But, yeah, I think this bike just looks really clean. I just like the design of it. And yeah, I like it. I think it looks cool. So anyways, that's going to be pretty much it for this video. Short and sweet. Okay? These are the bikes that I'm looking at. If you guys have any recommendations or suggestions on other automatic bikes, I would say more so in the cruiser style. Now, I've already done a lot of research, and I know there's not many. So if anything, give me your recommendations on, gear and maybe helmets and stuff like that, because those are types of things that I'm still looking into, and because there's so much of it, I'm not really sure what's the best stuff. Obviously, you can go by ratings, but multiple clothes have ratings. Multiple helmets have the same rating, right? So, like in terms of the helmet, like I know you want maybe a Pinlock helmet, right? Like a Pinlock helmet, or a ready helmet, so that you can install that if needed. And the Bluetooth, have a microphone, all those things that all these bikers have. But anyways, leave that in the comments below. Anything motorcycle related, I'm going to read them for sure. If you're new to this channel, interested in this journey, my motorcycle journey, and where it takes me, subscribe to the channel and like this video. And you know what? I hope you guys have a good one. If you made it this far, thanks for watching, and hope to see you guys in the comments below. So, thanks for stopping by. Take it easy. Have a good one. Peace out.